Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my first video. I know that I promised you guys a video about the 5 things. The 5 things that I love in Saudi and the 5 things that I hate or dislike. Please have mercy on me, forgive me. I'm still editing that video, but I had a personal deadline and my deadline was to get a video out 2 days ago. Deadline has come and gone and I've decided instead of wasting time editing that video, I'm gonna push something else out. So I'm gonna get right into it with a story time. Story time, story time, story time. Best way, I think, to just start off my channel. Warning, warning, warning. If you get grossed out, this is not the story time for you. If you can't handle stories about this is not the channel. This is not the episode for you. But if you're ready for a pretty hilarious story, stay tuned and why don't you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got great stuff coming for you, so just hit it right there, As you can see from the title, this is all about that magical word, inshallah. Inshallah is a word in Arabic that means God willing. If you go to the Muslim world, you will hear that word everywhere, regularly. Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. And it's a word that we say. There's a verse in the Quran that God tells us whenever we're saying that we're gonna do something tomorrow, add inshallah to it, because at the end of the day, you know, you got your plans, you got your convictions, but God has his plans too, so he's in control of everything. God willing, you'll get whatever it is that you planned out done. Now, ideally, it should be said with conviction and with certainty that you're gonna do whatever it is that you're talking about tomorrow. But I've learned, living in Saudi Arabia, it's a word that's used quite loosely. I mean, really, really loosely. They just throw out that inshallah everywhere. You get an inshallah, you get an inshallah, and you get an inshallah. So when I came to Saudi, I had to do a medical check. The visa process for Saudi is quite cumbersome. It is very, very intense to get that, what is it called? The employment visa. You gotta go through a medical check, you gotta go through so much stuff back home. And then when you land in Saudi, you have to have another medical check. I was blown by this. I was like, I did all of this blood work. They took everything but my soul back in Virginia. And now you want me to do another medical check? Yeah, they do. So what they did was, it was the first week I had just gotten here. Imagine, I just landed in a foreign country where I don't know anything, I don't know anyone, and where I can't drive. And it's not easy for me to get around. And in our compound where we live, there aren't many taxis. It's kind of like a little bit further off area. So we were heavily dependent that first week on the school, right? So the school tells us, hey, listen, you need to get another medical check. And the school driver will take you guys. So they take us, pick us up. I feel like it was a Sunday or a Monday. They picked us up, took us to this dodgy clinic. It was so dodgy. We had to get blood work, we had to get a chest x-ray, we had to give samples, urine and poop samples there, right? So I did everything else. I got the blood work. By the way, that is the first time in my life that blood work has hurt. Like, it hurt. I cannot tell you, when that needle, something was wrong with the needle, something was wrong with the way she was doing it, but man, it hurt me so badly. Oh, that's when I knew I was in for a bad day. So boom, she comes, she takes the blood work, steals like 3, what are those things called? 3 things of my blood. Then she sends me to the x-ray place. Don't even get me started on that x-ray place. They did not give us, what are those things? The things you wear so that the radiation doesn't kill you? Yeah, that, we didn't get any of that. And I was just so like blown by it. I just stood there and did the x-ray. So I hope I have no complications in the future. Third thing were specimens, right? Samples. You know, those things where they give you those cups and you go to the bathroom. I peed in that cup, no problem. But I can't poop on cue, like seriously. So I went to the nurse and I was like, hey, listen, can I bring the sample in tomorrow morning? She was like, oh, no problem, bring it in tomorrow. Just drop it off in the front desk. I was like, great. So the school driver takes us back and everyone else handled their business. I'm the only one that couldn't handle my business. It was 4 of us, 3 guys and me, 1 girl. The 3 guys got everything done. Very smart. They did not leave that toilet until they got everything done. I was the dumb one. Well, I wasn't dumb, but I was the one who just couldn't get it all done and had to come back tomorrow. So I told the school driver and I had to say it in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. I was like, and mind you, I had just met these people and we're already talking about poop. I was like, excuse me, Mr. T. I'm gonna call him Mr. T. And Mr. T, if you're watching this, you did me dirty. You did me dirty. Wait till you get to the end of this episode, what you did to me, Mr. T, with you and your InshaAllah's. All right. Mr. T. I was like, listen, Mr. T, I couldn't go number 2. I'm gonna do it at home tonight or tomorrow morning. Can you take me and my sample back to the clinic? And he was like, oh, no problem, InshaAllah. There goes that word. He was like, no problem, InshaAllah. I will take you tomorrow, 8 a.m., InshaAllah. And I was like, 8 a.m.? But we're at school at 8 a.m. He's like, don't worry. Just come out. They'll cover for you. No, actually, it will. Yeah, I was teaching. He's like, don't worry. They'll cover for you. Just call me in the morning and I'll take you to the clinic. It was like 10-15 minutes away from the school. He's like, I'll take you, I'll drop you off and bring you back. I was like confirming with him. So I was like, so Mr. T, I should bring my sample with me in the morning to school? He's like, yeah, bring your sample. InshaAllah, I'm gonna take you in the morning. Should have known. Who asks you to bring poop in your school backpack? Oh God. So little old naive me, who has no way to even get to the clinic, has no clue where the address is so dependent on Mr. T that the next morning I handle my business, I poop in the cup. I poop in the cup, put it in a plastic bag, and bring it with me in my school backpack. First, there's always a first. There's always a first for everything. I am carrying poop in my backpack, along with my pencils, pen, and my lunch. So he picks us up that morning. Another driver picks us up that morning. Excuse me. Another driver picks us up that morning. And when I get to school, I got to school around 7 o'clock. And I called him. I called Mr. T. And I was like, hey, Mr. T, listen, I got my stuff. When are we going to go? He's like, 8 o'clock, InshaAllah. InshaAllah, I'll call you. Time goes dook, 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 dook. It's about 7:45, 7:50, 8 o'clock. No word from Mr. T. I give him some time, you know, being a little respectful, thinking maybe he's late. I waited until about 8:15. Still no word from Mr. T. At 8:30, I picked up the phone and I called him. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I'm running late. I'll be there by 10 o'clock, InshaAllah. So, I was like, oh God, okay, fine. So I carry along with my day, and when it gets 10 o'clock again, no word from Mr. T. This time, no. Did I wait this time? No. Picked up that phone and called him right away. You know what the hell Mr. T said to me? He said, I'm sorry, I can't come today. I was like, the world stopped for a minute there. You can't come? You asked me to bring poop in my backpack to school and you can't come? So what's the solution here, Mr. T? I don't know how to get to the clinic. I said, don't worry, InshaAllah, I'll send you a driver this afternoon. I was like, this afternoon? Sorry, sister, very sorry. Driver coming this afternoon. And he was like, what? I was like, what time, Mr. T? He said, 4 o'clock. I said, I've had poop in my bag. I'm gonna have poop in my bag the whole day. The whole day. Just for you to take me at 4 o'clock. Could have left it in my fridge, could have left it at home, but no, I brought it with me to school. So I was furious, fuming by this point. But what can I do? Like, I'm chained. I have no internet. I have no means, I have no address, I have no way to get to that freaking clinic, and I'm so dependent on these people. So, get home, pull out the bag, and guess what? There's an explosion. There's an explosion of poop Thank God I wrapped it in 1, 2, 3 plastic bags. But there's an explosion of poop. Why? Because, hello, I'm in Saudi Arabia. Hello, it's August. Hello, it's hella hot. That poop expanded, popped the top, and leaked over the edges into that plastic bag. I know, gross. And at this point, I have a decision to make. I can either go back to the clinic tonight, 4 o'clock, get another cup, and go back the next day. Or I'm gonna clean this shit up. Literally, I'm gonna clean this shit up. Wipe the edges and take it back as is. That's what I decided to do. I was like, hell no, I'm not going through this process again. And who knows if that man is even gonna take me the next day. So I took that nasty cup out, which had poop brimming on the edges, covered in poop. The sample was still inside. A big chunk of the sample was still inside that cup. So I cleaned that cup off. Oh, it was so gross. Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember if I used gloves. I blocked that memory out, but I washed the outside of that off. My name was not on the thing, it was on the top, so thank God, that was okay. Washed that thing off. Washed it off, dried it. It smelled like shit. It was so disgustingly smelly. I didn't even care. Put it back in a new plastic bag, wrapped it up, and when the driver came for me at 4 o'clock, I was so low key. I went straight to that front desk, gave him a piece of paper with my name on it and my specimen sample. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you believe people in their InshaAllah's. Stuff doesn't get done. Nope. Stuff doesn't get done. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. I am working on my next video and it should be out soon, so please subscribe. Stay tuned. Talk to you guys later. Bye.